Today we're going to learn about algebra word problem. Let's say we have a problem like this. Bob walked some steps and ran 8 steps up in 97 seconds. He then walked again some steps and ran 15 steps up an identical flight of steps in 55 seconds. A. How much longer did Bob take for a walking step than a running step? And B. How long would Bob take to walk up both flights of steps? Now, let's divide up part of the space we have into 2 columns. Let's label the first column as Scenario 1. And the second column as Scenario 2. Now, the problem states that Bob walked up some steps and ran 8 steps in 97 seconds. So he walked some steps and ran 8 steps in a time of 97 seconds. So the time is 97 seconds. Now, we know that he then walked again some steps and ran 15 steps up an identical flight of steps in 55 seconds. So walked some steps, walked some steps, and ran 15 steps in a time of 55 seconds. So time of 55 seconds. Now, we know that both flights are identical. So that means that he basically walked up the same set of stairs. So this means that he ran in scenario 1. So let's go back to scenario 1. In scenario 1, he ran 15 steps minus 8 steps, which is equal to 7 steps less than scenario 2. So, this means that he walked 7 more steps. So, let's say that in scenario 2, he walked X number of steps. X number of steps. So this means that in scenario 1, he walked X plus 7 steps. Now, let's solve question A. How much longer did Bob take for a walking step than a running step? So, let's find the difference in the time. So the difference in the time is equal to 97 seconds minus 55 seconds, which is equal to 42 seconds. So, to find out how much longer Bob takes for a walking step than a running step, we have to divide the difference in time, which is 42 seconds, by the number of extra steps that Bob took in scenario 1, which is 7. This is equal to 6 seconds. So this means that it takes 6 seconds longer to walk one step than to run a step. So the answer to question A, which is how much longer did Bob take for a walking step than a running step, is 6 seconds longer. Now let's solve question B. How long would Bob take to walk up both flights of steps? So, let's make another section for the work for question B. So, let's use scenario 1 for this part of the problem. So in scenario 1, he ran 8 steps. So to walk 8 steps, he took 8 times 6, which is equal to 48 seconds longer. So this means that to walk the whole thing, walk one staircase, he took 97 seconds plus the 48 seconds longer that it took to walk the 8 steps instead of run it, which is equal to 145 seconds. But we need to find out how long would Bob take to walk up both flights of steps. So to walk 2 flights of steps, or to walk 2 staircases. Let's write this lower. Let's write this here. So to walk 2 staircases, it takes him 145 seconds, which is the amount for 1 staircase, times 2, which is equal to 290 seconds. So the answer to question B, which is how long would Bob take to walk up both flights of steps, is Bob would take 290 seconds. Today we learned about algebra word problem. Thank you for watching this video.